This is our first travel video, so we'll see how it goes. We're anxious to tell you about our travels. John and I have always talked about traveling. We enjoyed traveling, but of course we had work that got in the way, so we couldn't do it. We retired in 2022, and we bought a Grand Design Momentum toy hauler. And for those of you who don't know what a toy hauler is, you can bring your side-by-side or your kayaks or your bikes or anything like that. And if you don't bring that with you, you still have plenty of room. It's a nice camper, so that's what we'll be using.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you don't have the side-by-side or the kayaks in there, it just becomes, you know, a bigger living space. You can have a table in there, a dining area. The actual seats fold down and become bunks, and then there's a bunk that comes down from the ceiling. So you could actually sleep 6 people in the camper, including the queen-size bed in the forward area of the camper. We've been in the planning process for a long time. Late last year we started planning this trip. What was it, December?
Yeah,
rough and tough. And Jane's done most of the planning. Okay, all of the planning. We've used RV Trip Wizard and the Harvest Host app to help us with navigating, and then of course getting the best routes, and then have interesting stops along the way. Harvest Host is actually woof woof woof. That's another world heard from. This is going to be a 3.5-week trip that we're taking out to Moab, Utah. We're going to have an exciting trip and experiences along the way. We've made checklists, we've done all the up-to-date maintenance, we've packed the wheel bearings, we've gone through and we've looked at just about anything that could possibly go wrong and prepared for it, we hope, and we hope that nothing happens to spoil the trip, but at least we're 99% of the way prepared for whatever comes along the way.
Yeah, the original plan was to take our own side-by-side to Moab, and then that morphed into something different, so we're going to actually rent out there for a day and take some exciting ride, and then we'll spend a few days in Yellowstone and then a few days in South Dakota, so it should be quite an adventure.
Yeah, one of the side trips we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the Buffalo Roundup. I believe they round up and move approximately 1,500 buffalo from their northern summer pastures into their southern winter area, and then they call the herd. But it's quite a thing with 25,000 people, vendors, and it's just a great time. So we hope to enjoy ourselves along the way, visit with a couple of friends out west.
We have taken obviously a few smaller local trips prior to this. This isn't our first time going out with the camper, local things. And then last year we did go to Pennsylvania to the Flight 93 Memorial, and that was fun. And so that was a good test run for us.
Yeah, we wanted to shake out all the cobwebs before we took this big trip. And we're more or less, I wouldn't say experienced campers, but we've been there multiple times. This is just going to be the biggest trip for us. We expect it, like I said, it's going to take about 3.5 weeks. We're going to take videos and pictures along the way, and hopefully, you know, vicariously bring you along with us.
So we're down to the final few days and last-minute packing of clothes and food, and we're anxious to get going. We've
been packing and packing and packing and checking and checking and checking, and I'm sure we'll get about 2 miles down the road or 150 miles down the road, and then find out that we've forgotten something, but hopefully it won't be anything that's critical.
Like a toothbrush.
Yeah, toothbrush, meds. Yeah.
So we'll keep you posted as everything unfolds.
Take care.